welcome your 2026 Philadelphia Eagles.
On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. He's hoping his guys will put forth a winning effort despite being out of the playoff race with just 3 wins on the year. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Set now to wrap up a busy week of football. Happy to have you with us. And, folks, we are underway on Monday Night Primetime. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Play fake. Murray. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
He's got it to the 43 here. You look at this Eagle defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to look at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Murray now going to do it himself. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And normally in this spot we talk about passing numbers from last week, but this time it's all about the rushing. 3 times he found the end zone in his last ball game. He is a do-everything quarterback, and you have to expect we'll see him call his own number here as well.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw now in his own end zone. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. That's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
Who was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
Second down, here's Barkley again. Shifts past him at the 45. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good for an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Again, it's Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
Throwing is Hurts. That'll be caught by Shipley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Hurts. And he is caught. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game that we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down. The Eagles at 13-2 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Barkley, inside handoff. Oh, able to avoid him. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another first and 10 here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A stop by Garrett Williams.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Hurts sets up to throw it. Pushing through the contact. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be second and goal. Shipley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. The Cardinals offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Play action. Now it's Murray. There's a short one caught by Ryman. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 28-yard line.
Now Connor on the toss left side. Now he's loose at the 40. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 30. 42 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ballgame. We saw the forecast snow, didn't know how it would affect this game. Right there, the offensive ball carrier is showing it's not affecting him too much.
I just remember us walking into the booth from outside. We were going very slowly, weren't we, making sure we had our footing? The offensive player always has the advantage in this situation. He knows where he's going. For the defensive guys trying to react, much tougher.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Forward.
Here's Murray. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Throwing now is Murray. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 4th down. They'll run for it with Connor. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
That'll give them 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. With the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Byron Young forcing his way in there for the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Let's take it inside his own 40. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. It's caught, Smith. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Devontae Smith.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. A short throw here to Latu. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 35 on 2nd down, Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deebo Samuel halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To throw is Murray. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
That is 3 plays and
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be Eagles football 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's good for an Eagles first down. First and 10.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Second and 6. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. They'll set up to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself, you don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Brings up second and 5.
From the gun, Murray. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Kyler going to give this to Benson. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Out of the gun, here's Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Cardinals.
Now Murray. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Second and 10. Now Murray again. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a third and long.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves.
certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
On third down, it's Connor. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point of the season. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Well, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
The 33-yard line.
Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. He's got Smith here. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They need 18 yards here on third down. From the gun, it's Hurts.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. The 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try to get some points.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Running out of the gun here with Benson.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
In motion right, that's Harrison. On first down, right back to Benson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. To throw, it's Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So from the 26-yard line, here's second and a couple.
At the 26-yard line.
Back to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit. And he gets a small gain on the play.
And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5.
Second down and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
They'll go to Barkley again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Second and inches at the 47-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 42.
Now we'll pause here for an injury, and it's Deebo Samuel. He's the man in question right now who will need some attention.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Gets this to Saquon Barkley out of the backfield.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line.
That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on Monday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
From the 23, here's the 2nd and 9. Throwing is Hurts. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Eagles add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. There's the stiff arm. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You
don't deserve anything for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I looked down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Murray fighting lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Cardinals on third down. Just one conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Murray now going to do it himself. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete.
The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Well, being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. A handoff to Barkley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
58 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for really nice pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hurts going to give this to Shipley.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hurts. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Jordan Davis.
He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Shotgun now from Murray. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Murray now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down. It's a gain of 20. First down, Arizona.
Here's Murray. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here's Murray. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Murray to air it out again. And he comes back with one complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now Murray's got to have this one. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Throwing again, Murray. And a completion to Wilson. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Murray going to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
To throw is Murray. He'll get that complete to Harrison. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 16-yard line.
Second down and 3. Murray now. Pass complete there to Harrison. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And just Lost 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Throwing now is Murray. On the RPO hook. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cardinals are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and I think the game balls need to be distributed.